guys. This is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you are watching the Awesome 10X channel. Today is July 22, 2020, Wednesday. Kinadit, dinlik ko Faces Trader, Awesome 10X, lan kay Shak, Biko, kay Tai Chi. So let's begin. Lan like hi si. Wednesday, tonight is actually going to be quite exciting because we have about 3 earnings catalysts today. Of course, today, Tesla's going to report, Microsoft's going to report, then you've got Amazon Alexa conference, voice assistants. Of course, for those who aren't aware who Alexa is, you're probably living in a cave. Okay, let's go discuss Faces Trader profile. Let's talk about like what are the most interesting news for me. I think like this is a good share. This one, I'd like to share this one. Roku, Davao Cottage shared that long Roku, majority of the cord-cutting households wish that they had done it earlier. The lack of live sports is accelerating cord cutting. Only 17% of the people plan to go back when it returns. Economic woes are the #1 reason for cord cutting. Households are watching more ad-supported content than before. Another stat that I want to share is that it actually took less than 12 years for 60% share in connected TV versus 60 years for cable. Therefore, I think my speculation, and I think most of us who are bulls here, believe that in the next 3 years, Roku could actually take about 90% market share. More importantly, of course, Roku right now is in US. They have a few expansion in Brazil, Canada. So I think that it's a global platform agnostic company. So it's actually one of the best ways to ride the streaming connected TV world. Long and strong, the best companies of the world. So yeah, in fact, a few people also commented, he said, he had zero reason to buy an Amazon Fire Stick or a Google Chromecast or even an Apple TV, especially when smart TVs today already have Roku platform inside, easy to use, more options. He had an Amazon Fire Stick for years, and he said he couldn't even use it at all, even in the last 2 years. Finally, he put it away. Another guy also confirmed that we moved into our new house on May 7th. I have only the Roku TV. So I mean, this is actually a good thing. Let me share to you, of course. For those who aren't aware, Roku is a winner. Roku is actually, you can confirm this, just the fact that, last night, the other day, we were saying that Limelight Networks was actually doing so well, beat and raise guidance. Limelight Network already said that OTT, over-the-top advertising, is where the money's at. And for those who aren't aware, Roku, the streaming, all of these, Disney Plus, Netflix, Roku is the mediator. You watch your shows, whether it's paid or for free, through Roku. So that TV is actually making money in advertising, and so it's a software through advertising, and of course the hardware. But the hardware is almost nothing. If you can't, most people don't even pay for Roku because when they buy a TV, 1/3, or was it 1/3 or more than 1/3 already of TVs that's being sold is already a Roku TV platform. So whether you bought TCL TV or any TV you actually buy a brand, it's actually a Roku platform. Roku inside. So you could see, like, from a charting standpoint, you could see that the Roku bottomed out at 60. Actually, I was 58. Congratulations to those who bought. I think some of us actually bought near 60 or 70. And then some buyers again at 85, 80. We bought again at 9, even here, okay, 104. And then we bought again here at 120. Some of people maybe bought somewhere from 105 to 115. So now chart-wise, I'd say that Roku here is a flag. Those chartists can see that. This is a typical flag. A flag is a pause. You can buy near 150. Let's take a look at the chart. Your current resistance is this 170 mark, and your low is 100. That tells you that it's a $70 distance. All technicians know this, guys. 170 plus 70 is 240. So you're seeing an upside of $240. Let's wait for the earnings here on August 5. I don't know what the earnings will be, and I don't care. If the earnings is bad, so what? You get an entry back at 130 or even at 120. So the point here is to hold your winners. And I just wanted you to know that yes, Roku is a winner. Another share to tell you today is Spotify. So most of you, okay, so a few things also. Yeah, this is one news that I want you to know. Matthew Cochrane, is that the right? Am I saying the right? Uh, I'm not sure if it's Cochrane, or Cochrane, whatever. So he's actually a really, really good guy. He is actually one of the 7 investing. You can actually check out. They have a lot of good stuff, Motley Fools as well. So looks like this is a good shares. He said, looks like Best Buy shares are up nicely in after hours trading after reporting online sales rising 155%. Very nice quarter. Of course, they discussed about Best Buy is value investing dead with Tobias Carlisle. This was actually a good show. You can see the podcast for free here. And if you don't have time to share, don't have time to watch, basically these are a few things that they shared. Best Buy CEO Corey Barry called some nice in-game audibles during COVID to stay open and relevant. Basically, they used its mission to ensure that it was an essential business and very much an impressive quarter. In the middle of Q1, we shifted all of our stores to a curbside only operating model. We retained approximately 81% of last year's sales. Barry continued, the COVID-19 has changed the way we work, learn, care for ourselves, enriching lives through technology, designate an essential retailer, strategic investments that we have been making over the past several years. So this is just another statement to the e-commerce world. This is your Best Buy, kaboom, all-time highs, right? Wait, did I write BBY, right? BBY. Yeah, BBY, correct. After hours, I know it's already 95. So that's this chart doesn't show you the after hours, but this is already an all-time high. It actually confirms what happened with Walmart, right? Can you remember? Walmart actually reported great numbers as well. Your e-commerce names. In fact, this is a news that I want to share as well. Take a look in your e-commerce. Ta-da! Let me share to you later. Ta-da! Okay, e-commerce. Kaboom! So Goldman Sachs already raised all of their growth estimates. Actually, they raised from about 15% growth in the next 3 years to at least an average of 29% thanks to COVID pandemic. So definitely, the 2020 data saw almost a doubling of the growth, and it's actually a strong statement. Just a few days ago, we were saying hi, sorry, I didn't know that I got cut off. Um, I was discussing Best Buy and Roku and C Limited and the increased growth forecast of Goldman Sachs. So if you got that, then we're fine. Okay, so yeah, so I just really reiterated that there is no reason to sell your winners. So the e-commerce numbers are already showing the strength. Goldman Sachs already grew their forecast for the next 3 years. Actually, you might say that the 29% CAGR is actually quite small. Yes. What? Okay, sorry. Yes. I was sharing this news. What's wrong? I am sharing my screen. I'm sharing my screen already. Done. Shared screen. Finished. Yeah. Stop. Stop. What's wrong? Okay. Okay, so I'll stop my screen now. Let me share again. Share screen. There. So there. You can see everything now. Stop calling. Sorry guys, interruption. What's happening? Who's calling? Who's calling me? Let me just disconnect, guys. Hi. Okay. Sorry, there was just a few technical difficulties. Let me reshare everything. E-commerce, yeah. So I discussed already that you can go to the all-time highest online sales of Best Buy. It just actually tells you to hold your winners. Now, you also have to realize, okay, this is more again about holding your winners. SoftBank. For those who aren't aware, SoftBank is truly discounted. These are the few names that SoftBank has. Relay Therapeutics went actually double their cost. The IPO was something like $20. So who's making money? SoftBank. OCFT, strong moves. Who's making money again? SoftBank. And there's this IPO. A lot of IPOs are coming out, and it's actually very beneficial to SoftBank, like the Ant Financial IPO. So if you take a look at SoftBank's chart right now, 9984 JP, very strong. So this is just you telling me telling you to hold your winners. So if you don't have a winner though, try to enter on any dips. Any dips below 6,003 or 6,2, or even if you buy at the market, it's fine as long as you know how to position size. So that's really how to address. If you don't have a winner, try to even if you're buying high, you just have to put a small position size so that you can buy more if it goes down 10 to 15% lower, a better attractive deal. What else to share? Spotify, yeah. So I need to share to you what happened to Spotify. Um, So this one, good share from Kermit Capital. Spotify is launching video podcasts. So we're talking about vodcasts and podcasts, starting with select creators. So yes, Spotify is actually at your all-time highs, and I surmise that this will continue to go all-time highs. So you could see that this was the all-time high break at 200. Tama ba? It was 200 all-time high break there. Ayun. You can see it very clearly. And then right now, of course, let's see if we're gonna break that 300 mark. And then just really at this point, I would say that those listeners and viewers would have known that we have been bullish since 150 and 180 and 200, even maybe here at 220. So right now, it's really more of a long-term hold. You want to just hold on to it. And I think like what added value I could share to you is that Spotify at these levels is just $50 billion market cap. And in terms of video revenues, Spotify has not monetized that era yet. So we will see if the vodcast would actually be a potential advertising revenue. So a few things to know, YouTube has about $15 of our revenue a year. So we'll see if Spotify can actually take even $1 billion. That would be good. What else can we share? So I am seeing a lot of people share that this is actually a good share. You could see the textbooks, college tuition have risen too high over the last 20 years. So whereas your software, your toys, your televisions have actually gone down, your wireless services have gone down. So from an inflationary standpoint, I think that you have to realize that the biggest expensiveness now is this tuition. So I think that it's really ripe for disruption. To me, one of the most important companies that's disrupting education technology, especially for tech, like to learn Python, to learn Ruby on Rails, to learn the best languages like Fast API. I'd say that the Pluralsight is something to watch out for. We've got earnings coming out this July 30. We are long at 18. Some of us were entering 17, 18.50, so that's fine. Take a look at the earnings this next week. Of course, Charles Schwab, you know this already. All these brokerage firms have been making a lot of money. The rise of retail, increased accounts, increased commissions, and all those products. But you could see that the chart of Charles Schwab has been moving up from 33, now 35. You can watch our show. We discussed the rise of retail brokerage firms. Just check it out in the Awesome 10X channel, the rise of retail brokerage firms. Good for Schwab, good for Interactive Brokers, basically good for all those brokerage firms, even E-Trade, Ameritrade. This is a good stat. Amazon has been spending 35 times more from 2009 to 2019. To me, this is actually something that's important. Innovation, we do believe here in the Faces Trader squad, here in the Awesome 10X squad, that the most important thing that a company that you are owning should have is to continue to be innovative. So stick with things that scale. Intellectual property means constantly improving, something to continue to generate high margins. None of it is static, constantly evolving. That's why Amazon spends so much on R&D. It's always day one for them. Capital and a lot of money will always find its way to high margin businesses. Fossil fuels are dead. I'm happy we actually changed for the better. We used to be a coal-powered economy. Take note that in 1962, General Motors sold 50% of all cars ever sold, and Ford as well. So we are really heading into a huge electrification market, solar power market. Happy to tell you though that GM is actually releasing, I think, at least 15 electric vehicles. So you are seeing that GM is actually higher lows here. Some of you might have seen an entry point here at 24, 25. So far, you're up 10%. Even Ford is up also in the electrification space. That's why this is a higher low here, 668. So a lot of good stuff to share to you as well in the charts of Chinese names. Let's take a look in your Chinese names. 1211 is in a watch mode. They're watching what's going to happen with Tesla tonight. Same for your Geely Autos. Let's take a look in your SAIC Motors. It listed. Anyway, that's for your India. General Motors. That's GM. Okay, so we already tackled that. Yeah, so like there's a lot of companies that I'm interested in. I won't share all the companies that we bought, but yeah, so like just check out our videos. This is a clue that I want you to know about. So you can see this is the Apple headquarters. They are actually 100% renewable energy. Just do your Google searches. Check out which company is handling those panels. I think it's a good company that you want to watch out and read up on. Thank you very much. Tosha din lekwa gune market update. So bikop ya tse kong si Juan Hola. So no e-commerce company will report a bad quarter. Choose your battles. Lots of good companies worldwide. You might say that it's high. I won't disagree. Yes, great companies have gone far. But you might want to actually be aware which companies are great. I will agree. Great companies went up way too far, but I cannot predict how much higher they'll go, and I don't know whether they will crash, if ever. So you want to put a trail stop. You want to allow yourself to get a 20% drop, but a 200% up horizon. So that's it. Thank you very much, guys. Sorry for those technical problems, and see you again later. We have a Zoom class for those who are Awesome 10X members. Let's go discuss a few Awesome 10X companies. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.